video ended and we weren't paying attention.
What happened? Are we on?
We're on, baby.
Are we on
live?
Are we
for real? For real?
For real? For real? No cap.
No cap. Do the kids still say that?
Bussin'. I'm trying, man. I got a good backlight on my beard.
Oh, you look this
backlight on
glow.
my beard is a good song title. I don't know what it means.
What about beard on my back? I like that even better.
That's good.
Because I have that.
That's good. You got hairy back there, bro?
Yeah, I'm just a hairy guy. You know, hey, we're all friends.
Does Morgan shave your back for you?
Occasionally, when she has to. You know, she's like.
That's true love, folks.
It
true
really
love.
is. All right, so this is the Mythos Weekly Gear Roundup live stream. We're hanging out. We got big Friday energy today.
We have gigantic Friday energy.
Oh,
so we've got a couple things to talk about.
We do,
and then we'll probably talk about what y'all want to talk about.
Probably mostly that.
Mostly that.
Let us know how it sounds, if it's loud enough, etc., etc. And I got the shotgun mic on, so it should be.
Hello. Hello.
So, how are you, Matthew?
I'm terrific, man. Just fantastic.
Living it up.
I am. I'm having a great time. Gear's good. Playing my my dosas into my my amps.
Doses.
It sounds really good. I've been playing a lot, you know, doing the baritone thing, and you know, we just had a great week here at the shop. Yeah. Sold a lot of stuff, so that's
Jeff
exciting.
Was gone.
Yeah. Jeff, if you're watching this, go hang out with your family.
Yeah, don't be watching us.
Don't be watching us.
Well,
I mean, I'd probably
maybe. I'd probably be watching.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been good. The Loch Ness did really well. That was exciting.
We have 3 chupacabras left.
3 chupacabras left. We teased the next thing today on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it in the shot?
There's one hidden behind your shoulder that is really far away.
Somebody will notice it.
Nah, it's kind of blurry. My depth of field is set to obscure any secrets.
So we're not stopping. We got
can't stop, won't stop.
There you go. So, but overall, how about you? How you doing?
I'm fine.
We were working on your pedal board this morning.
We were.
That was exciting.
I should have brought my Klon. We have no shortage of videos that we're going to shoot. And the thought of trying to film every moment of making this pedal board is it's too much. I
think we're kind of in this weird spot where we have a lot of ideas and it's hard to decide what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Every day. And so it's sometimes it just means we're just going to go to Guitar Center and get snacks. Because that's an easy decision to make.
We'll just do that.
We'll just do that. Because there's too much work to do.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes there's too much and it's I don't feel like it. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm probably not going to film. We decided we're not going to film me making cables. I might film making one.
Cables.
Maybe making cables.
Yeah.
We'll film me making one.
I think mostly it's it's layout and kind of decision making, and then how it all is going to come together. I think that's what people want to see, right?
Yeah.
Pedal order and how the switcher works and all that stuff.
Great.
So.
Oh man, nice Shigeharu shirt.
There it is, baby.
And then we got Guillermo said, "Love to know the story behind the Vipera."
Yeah.
The Vipera has an interesting story. That was before your time.
I barely know anything about that pedal.
So the Vipera. Why is this box so big? There we go. The Vipera. That looks better. Obsessive. Wildwood wanted another pedal. And so when that conversation started, I wanted to do a version of the Clark Gainster, which I'd been privy to, which became the Olympus. And so initially, I sent him a prototype that had the Gainster and had one foot switch to turn it on, and another foot switch that basically flip-flopped between 2 sets of controls. So you could have the pedal as one setting or the pedal as another setting. And it was very minor, the sound differences. It could go between it would go between gain and volume pots, but the presence pot was the same, and then it could change clipping. It did a lot for one foot switch, but it is they're I don't know, it's kind of cool, but it doesn't really do anything. And so they said, what if we put we have a pedal that turns on and then it's channel switching, which I kind of voted against, but they wanted it. So I took the Herculean V2 ditched the bass knob, made it fixed, a lot bassier, gave it the clipping of a Zen drive, gave it like revoiced some other things in the tone stack, and then paired it with the Olympus circuit. And initially it was called the Typhon because I was trying to come up with some mythological creature. And Typhon was like had like, you know, snake god, weird, you know, mythological character. And the first one said Typhon, and it was almost an olive drab green color that had a clear snakeskin printed on it.
Wow.
It was pretty rad. I was pretty happy with it. And then subsequently, I did the Tone Mob podcast, and Fuzzerocious, they had a Typhon that was like partnered with him. And they were like, hey, you know, could you change the name? And I was like,
you said no.
Fine. Like, yeah, this, you know, this only makes sense for everything I'm doing. Anyway. And so we called it the Vipera because that's Latin for viper. So keeping the snake thing. Cool. And then I wanted to like after we changed like the branding and stuff, I wanted to give it a facelift. And so I said, I want to make it look like a bank teller's lamp. So I wanted it to be like emerald green with gold accents. Okay. Which, we've all seen that lamp in offices in the 70s and 80s and early 90s. And poor Jacob at F5, he did like foil printing and all sorts of stuff to make it happen. And it looks good. And I love the Vipera. I think it's an awesome sounding pedal. The only thing is you turn it on and then it goes between the settings or between the sides. You can't stack them.
I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have either.
But, you know,
I
get what they were going for.
It's like they bought them. You know, it's like I do believe it sounds good, and I think honestly for a gigging player at volume, it makes more sense because like when you're playing at home, you're not playing loud, and you stack stuff, it sounds good. But if you get really loud and you start stacking stuff, you got noise, you got flubbiness. So I get it, but the majority of players are not playing big loud rock shows. That's okay. But that's the story of the Vipera. But let's get into one of the guitars that came out in the past couple days.
All right. Now we're getting into it.
We got the PRS SE NF3. Man, do they got a lot of stuff that's got abbreviated.
PRS SE NF3.
It's all abbreviation.
5,000.
Woo! All right, so the NF3 is a reissue.
Yes.
Of where's a full shot of this bad boy? It's always at the bottom.
There it is. That's a good looking guitar.
Great looking guitar.
So this was a standard model back in the day.
It was.
It was a core model.
Do you know when it came out?
It's like the early 2010s, I think. It was somewhere in there. They had it, and it was another attempt to make a single coily Strat style guitar.
Yeah,
this was like the
EG era.
This was like another, you know, the 40 years of PRS. You can kind of go and find all the instances where they tried this, where they said we need to make something. We've got, you know, the market cornered with this kind of Gibson Strat hybrid thing, but let's go the other way. Yeah, and they've tried it a bunch, and it's never stuck until the Silver Sky. Yeah, but now that the Silver Sky has stuck, I think they can now move into a little bit of different territory and get away with it a little bit, especially with the SE and the S2 being able to experiment a little bit with stuff that doesn't have to be ultra fancy.
I like that they're putting these things in the SE line. And I like the update to the NF3 because I feel like the old NF3...
This one looks better.
It looks way better. It's subtle, but like the pickguard shape is... It's more of like... It's taken what the Silver Sky kind of perfected and putting the narrow field DD, the deep dish.
The deep dish.
Which is, Matthew said, that's an old Paul thing.
Paul's been using deep dish as a pickup identifier forever. Yeah. I think it was like the late 80s they had a deep dish pickup.
God, I'm starving.
You said it before me.
I know.
That's the first time ever.
I'm really hungry.
I always say that first. But yeah, I think, you know, I have a narrow field pickup in my Special. That's the middle pickup.
It's not the rail. This is like what's on the NF53.
Yes, it's a different version of a narrow field. This is the deep dish kind of rail version of it. But they've had a narrow field style pickups for quite a while, and they've stuck. You know, because Paul is obsessed with humbucking pickups that sound like single coils. Because homie does not want any noise. Homie does not like any noise, hates it. Bad. But he wants it to sound like all the other guitars too. He loves the humbucker tone, but wants P90-ish, Telly-ish Strat sounds, but without any noise. That's the crusade. The man hates noise.
What do you think about the colors on this one? And apparently, it's available in maple and rosewood.
For each one. Which is great, because a lot of times they just pick the one that gets maple and rosewood, and you're like, you kind of have to just go with it. I like all the colors.
You know, I really like the pearl white with the black guard. I really like this orange.
The orange is rad.
It looks good with the rosewood.
It looks rad.
Jacob's hungry too. I like the gunmetal. I kind of
not a fan of that combination.
With the black.
The funny thing is that combination looks like the EGs.
100%. If you look like.
That's what the EG looks like. That look right there was what the EGs were back in the late 80s.
Yeah. And then ice blue, I like this one. I think it works better when all the plastics match.
In that look,
personally, like there's something about the white with the black.
Yeah, it just looks like an EG.
I think this would be really cool if it had white pickup bobbins and knobs. I genuinely think the Silver Sky knob it's a better Strat knob. There's PRS's knobs, their lampshade knobs are better speed knobs. The Silver Sky knob is a better Strat knob.
But this is what you get when you can change things.
Right.
Because the other companies cannot, because we would cry, because as you know, Mr. Butyrate over here wants his plastics to be like 1959.
Smell like puke.
But if you want to try to improve them, like you can do that on PRS, you cannot do that on the other brands because people are going to want what's classic. So good on Paul. What knobs are on these?
There's speed knobs, which is pretty standard.
But they don't use a lot of the SE stuff. Doesn't use the updated stuff because
they don't.
It's probably expensive.
40 watt Phil, man. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think this is what everyone was kind of expecting.
The Silver Sky
to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine if it's May. I mean, I get it. It's like
I get it. I think it's
not for everybody.
But I think it's like it's very approachable. It's very it's safe.
All the combinations is a standard 5-way on this thing.
I think so.
I think you can go down. Yeah. There's a standard 5-way on that.
Yeah. So normal Stratocaster sort of situation.
Sometimes Paul changes it up, so that's why I was curious.
Yes.
He'll get a little wacky with it.
I like it, and what are these $800?
$799.
Okay.
Save $1.
Save $1.
That's a good price. Let's get one.
Oh,
we need one for the shop. We don't have enough guitars.
Yeah. We have more guitars than cents at Mythos HQ. We really do. There's a lot of guitars here.
Yeah, sometimes I go in my office, I'm like, oh, like I have all these guitars.
There should always be a guitar within an arm's reach, I feel like.
I think that's important. Can we have one in the bathroom? Can we hang one in the
bathroom? There's one right outside the bathroom door,
that's
so you can
true.
take it in there if you want.
Yeah. The fumes. The fumes. Ooh, what kind of hat is this? Oh, let's see. I wear this hat like every day. That is Joyland. It's a burger joint here in town.
Sean Brock.
My friend Sean Brock owns the place. Really good. They're opening up new ones. I think Huntsville's getting one. Yeah.
Abilama. Abilama?
There you go.
Abilama.
Joyland is kind of like an easy default choice if you're coming to Nashville and you're going to do all the guitar stores. You need to find a place to eat. But now the East Side's moving because it was close to East Side. So you can do East Side and then go to Joyland, but East Side moved up north, so it might be a little out of the way now to go to Joyland.
Peg leg is still like my go-to.
I just it's so busy.
Peg leg?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's good because it's turning.
Yeah, that's true. Turning and burning.
Or you can go to Arnold's and spend $90.
Why was Arnold's so much? Did we order extra food?
No. So when the last the Carter video where we played the Barn Burst.
Get to the Carter.
get to Carter. We went to Arnold's afterwards, and I didn't show this on the video. It was $86.
And I know
three of us.
I know I'm a big guy with big appetite.
We just got meat and three.
But we all got the normal thing.
We just got the meal.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was really good.
It was really good.
I mean, I've definitely paid a lot more for a lot less.
No, the food was terrific. So, thank you for that.
Yeah. I like buying food.
Yeah. Food good.
Food real good.
Hello from steamy Chicago. We're getting that
Steamy.
here.
Oh,
It's
it's
getting
hot.
It's hot here.
Anything else in the comments? Nothing interesting. So what was the next? What was the next?
Oh,
piece
Susan
of gear?
Tedeschi.
Oh, Susan
Finally got a signature model.
Oh, Susan. See, I put my I put my mouse where I can reach it, but my keyboard's still really
Come
far
on, Mr. Keyboard. Put that right on your pants. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
There we go.
Technical difficulties.
Well, a wireless keyboard is always such a thing. Okay, here we go. So, boink. Miss Susan. Incredible singer. Great guitarist. She got this.
Wild choice.
Interesting.
But that's her main guitar, right?
It
It's
is.
just so when you recreate your main guitar, that's your sig.
That's it.
Well, I like that though.
And I mean, it is like when I was looking at it, I'm like, what was her guitar like? An American Standard from the '90s? Yeah, that's
You were right.
absolutely
Look at this nerd.
what it was.
Turbo
It's like,
nerd over
it's got
here.
the string tree and like the serial number and like made in Corona on the face. But you know, hey, it's even got the old
Oh, look at those.
the 6 saddles with like the smooth.
Looks nice.
I mean, it's a Telecaster. You know, it's like it. It's hard to mess a Tele.
What are the pickups?
Uh,
Oh, this is Ensenada, right? At
No, it's
1890? Or is that America?
It said Corona.
Okay.
Corona.
That's the funniest part about
Pricing doesn't make any sense.
pricing. You don't know where Fender's made unless it's like above a certain number, but then I wouldn't 100% be sure.
Right. Oh, it has a TVX tone control, which is famously
Okay.
in their Clapton model.
Mhm.
It's got custom Susan Tedeschi
Okay, cool.
pickups, so
Great.
her own thing.
Tedeschi profiled neck, so her neck shape. That's
Yeah.
cool.
You know,
Slab board.
9.5 rated. It's a Telecaster, but it's in
Telecaster.
what's the finish? It's like Caribbean mist.
It's like slightly less green Sherwood green.
It's kind of like it looks like the Argo.
Yes. That's a good color.
I like the Argo.
Who likes it?
The Argo is candy teal. Is the name.
Man, starving.
I know.
It's hot and I'm starving.
It's candy.
We're just talking about how hot it is.
Oh, how hot it is, yeah. Is she really that good of a guitarist?
Jacob. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate it.
She's doesn't matter. Like she's I'm sure that in a band situation she's gonna hold her own better than 90% of any of us out here. Playing, serious sets,
Getting paid.
getting paid.
You getting paid to play, you deserve a sig. That's what
And-
I always say.
Hey,
You get paid to play, you deserve a sig. Let's go.
incredible singer.
There you go.
And she seems like she's probably one of the sweetest humans. I've never met her,
Yeah.
but I've heard that both her and Derek are just the best. So, and for $18.99, I mean, geez, like that's a really good price.
Yeah.
I feel like if this had like a parchment pickguard,
Yeah.
it would immediately be a little bit more approachable. But that is her guitar, the one that has all the signatures on it.
Mm-hmm.
So cool guitar. There's been a lot of Fenders that have come out. Raphael Sadiq just got a signature.
Excuse me. You can go to is there like a new...
For crying out loud. What? Why can't I click these little pips? There's a classic vibe that looks just like
I was
Susan's
going to say,
guitar.
that's the same guitar. It's got a humbucker in the neck.
Yeah.
Joe
Joe
Strummer.
Strummer. Oh, there's the new Joe Strummer
Accessories
Telecaster.
collection. I guess the estate of Joe Strummer is hurting. Jeez.
Damn.
Well, he's not going to see any of that cash.
Well, that's
He's
that's
been
very
dead a
true.
while.
He's dead. Guy is dead.
He's very dead.
There's some new classic vibes came out, which are pretty rad.
I thought we talked about
Oh, they got
those already.
furniture.
Oh, I forgot that came out. I saw
new
that like
furniture?
2 days ago.
It's pretty neat.
That 3-tier stand is kind of wild. That's the thing I was most interested in.
I like this little wooden guitar stand. It's got like a pedal drawer.
I like this live stream is
Zach shops.
Zach and Matthew go shopping.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
that's an accident waiting to happen.
No, that's cool.
Look at
That's
that.
cool for especially if you've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
That's a great
Pep,
idea.
pep, pep.
Considering all my 1-year-old likes to do is go over and mess with my settings on my Benson.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit down to play and I'm like, man, that's a lot of reverb.
This thing's loud now.
It's like,
What happened?
What happened? He's dead. Yes, Joe Strummer is dead.
He's dead?
Very dead. Fender's website is horrible. Yes, agreed. It's not a good website. Don't like it.
It's just old.
It's crusty LaRue.
Yeah, there's not. Oh, there's the Raphael Sadiq guitar.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah.
Pick
PRS
guards.
should make furniture. They already do. That's what those guitars are, right?
Right, yeah, that's furniture.
Just
You
hanging on
sit
the wall.
'em.
Just sit on them.
Pretty neat. That's an interesting little pick guard there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I do that all day, man.
This is a video of Sydney Sweeney just crying.
I watch every single one of those.
Yeah, it's all funny.
Every single time it makes me laugh.
Yeah. I like the Hetfield and the Pantera.
Macho Man one is my favorite. All right, here we go.
Okay, so
Let's see.
content creator backdrop.
I mean, how everything is for content creators.
Yeah.
So. Favorite T-Rock? That's a good question. Favorite T-Rock?
Oh, we got a thumbs down. First one. Who did it? Who did it? All right.
My mom is watching. Always excited.
My Aunt Susan's watching. So, what's my favorite T-Rock?
Still Bloomfield?
I don't know. That finish looks pretty good.
Well, the Studio Sig.
Studio 6. I think if I had to if I had a gig and I had the strength to move it, the Vintage Deluxe would be the one I'd take.
Okay.
But if I didn't have the strength, I'd take the Bloomfield. Just one trip, just one heavy trip.
Oh yeah.
One heavy trip. Oh yeah. I like the Bloomfield Drive a lot. I think they're so different.
They are very different.
I think the Bloomfield perfectly encapsulates everything about what you'd want from that style amp because you get the, awesome cleans. You get the push lead thing. You get kind of into TS1 territory, but not quite. It's not that saturated. But just throw a pedal in front of it, you can do literally everything, and it's amazing. I absolutely adore the Bloomfield. But the Vintage Deluxe, it just has so much character.
It's got that sauce, boss.
And it sounds like all the recordings in my head. Like the Bloomfield is just like you can do anything with it. But the Vintage Deluxe, like when I play it, I'm like, oh, that sounds like all the records I love. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like
them
inspiring.
both. Yeah.
Very inspiring. But you do reach for the Vintage Deluxe almost every time now. I can tell.
You know what it is? The IEC cable's plugged into that one. So
I thought that was your favorite. Turns out it was just plugged in.
It's just plugged in. I mean, you got this many amps.
I know.
Then cables become.
We need more amps.
We do. We'll get some.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see. Don't need another telly.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. All Simon bass.
Simon. Yeah. I mean, that would be cool. Have they ever made one?
The broken bass.
Well, it's on the cover of London Calling.
Yeah,
smashing his bass.
Beat up.
Hey, Stu. Stu just turned in. Hey, Stu.
I like that. Stu, I like that hat.
Right. Stu. Just tuned in, man. Then he just tuned out.
Yeah, he's like, oh, God. These guys are a lot.
These guys suck.
Oh, here we go. Nick Miller from...
The Nick Miller?
Nick Miller.
Nick Miller.
Did this
genuinely one of my favorite fictional characters of all time.
Absolutely. I love his box of receipts.
Mostly because it hits real close to home. I've been Nick Miller a few times in my life, and I don't mind to admit it. What is this?
I think the best
I
think the best thing about New Girl is that every one of the guys, there are moments in that series where you can identify with all of them. But Nick asks, been spending some time with my dad's custom shop, R9 and Murphy R7. Makes me want to dial in the aesthetics on your Epiphone 59 Les Paul. Any tips, recommendations, being that many repro parts won't fit an Epiphone? So you're very much right. Hey.
I need to check this email.
Sorry, we've been dealing with the government.
Oh, God.
Exports. It's fun. So you're right. Some parts will not fit an Epiphone.
I know what the problem is. Okay. I got this.
All right, good.
I got it.
The pickup rings are slightly wider. Like the hole placement's not exactly the same. So you can actually put like butyrate pickup rings on an Epiphone, but then you'll see a little bit of a gap on the edge, and you can see where the pickup route, the cavity route is, which is really annoying. But for me, I think the Epiphone 59 stuff is pretty awesome. They have CTS pods, they have all the things. And the things that really will set it apart, honestly, is the knobs. Like when you look down, if you get some of our replica gold bell knobs, which are out of stock in the moment, we're getting a shipment probably next week. We put those on the Les Paul Special, the Epiphone. The black ones, we put the reflectors on the SG, and just having that tinted, correct shape.
Yeah.
And they're expensive. I get it, but they look expensive. You put it on the guitar, and you're like, oh, that looks nice. I would also put thumb cutters on it. But everything else, I mean, it's nickel hardware. Like I there's only so far you can take it. There's always a law of diminishing returns with any of these things, but the knobs on those guitars, and get some thumb cutters. That will make a big difference.
There you go.
But keep the questions rolling, guys. We're just gonna be chilling for another half an hour or so.
Did we already run out of stuff to talk about?
Well, was there any more? We could talk about Red Eye, but we talked about that on the podcast.
I think so. Let's keep going. Thoughts and opinions on Dean Zelinsky private label guitars?
Dean Zelinsky's doing private.
He's been doing that for a while, right?
Just like, what?
But who's he building for? Private label means he just builds for other people.
And maybe he's just building, like...
I know the Dean Zelinsky... Oh.
It's like, that's Dean of, like...
Yeah, Dean.
Dean guitar, Dean?
Yes,
oh,
that's
yeah.
him. That's absolutely
All
him.
right, okay. Colby Jack, man. Again, starving.
Look at that thing.
Yo! Well, they look like Deans.
Where are they making them? Those prices look like Korea.
Yeah. Holy Toledo. Oh, those are like reviews. Who knows? Oh, and they got that glide neck.
What is that?
The neck that's like...
It's got holes. It's got tone holes?
It's got speed holes on it.
It's got speed holes.
The glide!
How fast do you need to go?
Just
Dean Zelinsky?
A little bit faster, according to DZ.
Everybody's so fast.
Man. Weird. I've seen that.
That's cool, though.
But,
I don't
know, these guitars, ready to ship.
Now let's see what we got.
Ugh.
Not my style, dog.
No.
A little too frou-frou for me.
Little too...
Yeah, a little too candy.
There's
so much going on.
Yeah.
Those look like you. I mean, those prices, I can't tell. It's like definitely...
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
USA, right? It's got to be USA.
Maybe. I mean,
this one, that's...
$1,800
that's
for that thing.
Is that Korea?
What's going on with that? It's got like a...
That's a Z thing. He's done that
yeah,
for a while.
he has.
He's done that for a while.
It looks
Is that
like
bolt
a...
on?
No? It, you know when you're like shopping for a house and they have the living room that's sunk?
Yeah.
That's what that guitar reminds me of.
Nice.
It looks like it would be at home, and also it like that is the sunken living room guitar. Yeah, not too into that. Fine.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
When are you guys gonna grill burgers for a customer appreciation day? I mean,
man.
we talked about having a party here at the shop at some point.
Yeah, we don't want to invite anybody, but we're gonna grill for ourselves.
We could live stream it and you can watch me eat.
No, we want to have. There will be a little bit of a party coming on.
Crap! We're right.
Later in the year.
Yeah.
You'll see.
We got that whole thing.
You know what you got to do?
No.
Subscribe to our newsletter and all that, and you'll be.
You were identified as a pedal. What pedal would you be? That's a good question.
Ooh.
Like if you were.
If I was a pedal.
If I would, you'd be a tube screamer, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Misunderstood. More widely accepted than people give it credit for.
Green.
What about you? You'd be just like a loud fuzz. You're the Hephaestus. That's just you.
Yeah.
Oh man, Nick. Thanks to this week's colorway, I can no longer fit all my Mythos pedals on your board.
That's the point.
That's great. You know what that means? Bigger
board.
pedal board. Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's like my favorite part of a new colorway is when you've got that pedal on your board and you're sitting there going like, do I want to replace it with this one? Do I need to? And you have no real reason to justify it, but you just
yeah. Doyle. RKV.
Yeah.
Recommendations for a custom pickguard manufacturer. Tony Dudzik, Pick Guardian.
Pick Guardian is what I was going to say.
Tony's great.
Pick Guardian.
You might have to mail your pickguard so it matches, but Tony can do anything you want.
There you go.
I
forgot
Kevin.
that. Yeah, Kevin O'Connor. Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin O'Connor.
Shout out to Kevin mentioning
long-time listener.
The Brian May Red Special. So Gibson apparently are partnering with Brian May
to do a Red Special.
Well, we don't know what at first, but he's mentioned, wouldn't that be interesting if they've made a Red Special? Now that he doesn't need the money now.
Jeez, 1.2 bill.
Yeah, for the Queen catalog.
For the Queen catalog. Yeah.
Woo!
That's a lot of money for We Are the Champions.
I mean,
I think a lot of
we'll rock you.
Those are a lot of licensing fees for just those two songs.
But I think that's cool. I mean, I'd be interested.
They made them. Who made them before?
Guild made them. There was like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
The AC's still on.
You want me to turn it off?
Yeah. I hate that noise. But there have been a few others, but I think Gibson can do it. You know, they obviously have the bandwidth and the facility. It's just there's a lot of interesting things on that guitar, but if anyone could afford to get it made,
all the parts correct,
the bridge, the little Burns bridge,
the pickups,
the weird. I mean, I guess they're Burns. Are they Burns pickups, or did Brian and his father make the pickups too? I love the TV knobs. This is such a cool guitar. What an icon.
Yeah.
In the guitar space. What kind of plastics would you put on a Gibson Raw Power? Oh man, Raw Power. I haven't thought about that in a minute. So the Gibson Raw Power guitars were a raw wood. Well, they weren't raw; they were sealed, but they were like a mostly wooden.
Those are cool.
Thing.
Look at that thing.
And here we go. Wow. So what plastics would you put on this? I mean, crying out loud. Oops. I mean, this is a clear pickguard. I feel like it looks best with black.
I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with it. I think
you can't mess with perfection. That's a wild looking guitar.
There's the Raw Power. Then there was the Smartwood series that used all sort of.
I remember that too. Yeah.
Like sustainable woods. Yeah, they did like studios and stuff. Yeah. Because the thing about, I think when like natural have cream, they look weird. But, I feel like for me, these sort of guitars don't benefit much from doing vintage style plastics. Me personally. Do you guys know what Grover Jackson's doing? Like, he's building guitar. He's doing turnkey guitar assembly for people.
Yeah, I think anybody just call him up.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Yo, you got strings?
Fill it up."
Lawrence Petros.
Did someone almost throw up? Usually, yeah.
Oh yeah,
great question.
We puke every day.
Jeez, man. What are we doing here?
Lawrence released a Molten Pink 87
cool.
pedal. Let's see.
Do it.
LPD. Why is Instagram being so slow? There we go. Oh yeah, look at that thing.
Hot.
Woo!
Hot.
Woo!
Hot.
Man, that's probably the Sus Mariosep Pink.
Looks very similar.
Which is, after you look at it for like a day, like building them, your rods and cones in your eyes are messed up, and like stuff that should be one color is a different color.
Yeah, dude. Mess up my rods and cones.
Dude, my cones.
How are your rods and cones, bro?
Brother. Ever get my hands on a Univox Unidrive? So I had the Jax Telez one.
Oh.
It was okay. Like, it's all right. Sunk living room only works with shag carpet. Yeah. You guys see Fish Circuits pedals? What? Alex, you guys see fish circuit pedals at NAMM, killer enclosures. I don't recall that at all.
I think
Fish.
Oh man, fish circuits, dog. Fish circuits. This is the portion where we just watch you Google. Oh, I've seen those. Those are cool.
Oh, it's just a bent metal box.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Y'all like bent metal boxes?
y'all like bent metal stuff?
Mm.
Just asking.
Just
no
asking,
reason.
asking for a friend.
I don't like. There's some things about this that really bother me, just from a designer standpoint. I don't know why none of these things are aligned. Like, why are these screws, these two Allen screws, the LED or the foot switch not aligned? It really bothers me. It's all I can see. I can't see anything else.
All right.
And the knob is going over the text there. So,
Well, there you go. Sorry, fish circuits.
tighten up. No.
Jeez.
No, it's great. It looks cool.
I
It's
like
fun.
it.
That's a
Cool.
circuit board that they're using as a label. It's really a fun way to do it. I'm just a nut
You're just
that like
turbo nerd. is
I'm
what
the
you
turbo
are.
nerd.
All
I
right.
truly am.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good bit.
Yeah, I saw that. Did I ever go to San Diego for Comic-Con? No.
Is this the Kevin Smith?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't
Kevin
think he
Smith's
would
not
have an LP as a
What if he was?
profile picture. Okay. So this is an
Always a
interesting
great
thing.
question. Great question.
Thoughts on Heritage versus Gibson quality? Seems like Heritage is better bang for your buck, but Gibsons hold their value better. So I think the idea of Gibson quality being garbage is nonsense. That was something that really came into its own, I guess, like in the early days of the internet. And to be fair, like the 2000s Gibson quality was hit or miss. And then as that sort of idea just perpetuated itself, it got worse and worse. And like, you know, the Henry era of Gibson, they made some weird choices.
Yes.
But that's not a quality thing. Most of the Gibson guitars I played, like, were fine. Everything required a setup, but if you buy a guitar and don't set it up, I think you're kind of weird. So that's just like how I view it. But I will say that I think Heritage makes awesome guitars. They are an incredible value. Their custom shop stuff is an incredible value. It's every bit as good as Gibson, but it doesn't say Gibson on the headstock. And
So it's out.
it's not that.
Out.
I would happily play a Heritage, but I have the Gibsons I love and a good relationship with the Gibson people, and I don't. It just doesn't make sense for me to go down that path when I'm already happy with what I have. But I think at the end of the day, if you don't care about what's on the headstock, if you don't care about any of that and just want a great guitar for the best value, I think Heritage is
Right up there.
a perfect choice. They're great guitars and good people.
Ooh.
Trevor's Loch Ness Argo arrives on Monday. Nice.
Sweet.
Oh, super chat. Travis, you're going to Nashville for Cardinal Black. All right. Any chance I could get a pedal and a pick with
You know, I bet you there's going to be a few people in town for that show.
you?
Because they're not playing a lot of shows, and the Cardinal Black fans is good crossover with fans of Mythos, I bet.
Yeah.
So we might have to set something up.
We'll see. I mean, like I'm gonna be
Like
there.
one of the mule things, you know, mule guys do like the...
Out in the parking lot.
Yeah, they do stuff like that. Maybe
Does
we
Basement East have a parking lot?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll just take the ID4,
We'll do it at the old Crying Wolf parking lot. It's right down there. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can meet us at the show and take a picture.
We will be there, so maybe we should do something like that.
But I don't know if we'll
That'd be
have
fun.
anybody like come by the shop.
It's kind of a ways away, so if you're coming to
Yeah.
town, I mean, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to make that decision.
And the shop, honestly, it's by that point, we might have to hold off from visitors. Might be stuff happening.
Going on around
Secret
here.
stuff.
Secret stuff that no one knows about.
Yeah.
Except
us.
everyone we've told.
Except all of our friends, family.
And people that are paying any attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can definitely meet us at the show. Because you're going?
Absolutely.
I'll be there.
Yeah, so maybe we should set something up. Little Joyland.
Oh, a pre-dinner hang?
At Joyland?
That'd be kind of fun.
Like with pre-show hang over at Joyland?
Well, let's see how many burgers you guys can buy us.
Dang, I'll eat every burger that someone buys for me. How's that?
I know you would.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go. Jonathan, visiting Nashville in August, where should you buy a Mythos pedal? You want a Chupacabra. Visiting guitar stores are part of the trip plan. Good.
You can get one at
Carter or Eastside.
Eastside.
Well, you might want to check ahead at Carter because they just have a handful. But Eastside will have.
They're usually good at stocking.
Yeah. And yeah, have fun. And don't worry when you're driving to Eastside and be like, "There's no way there's a guitar store out here. I'm gonna get robbed." Because eventually it gets nice.
Hey man. When will you start making? Oh, they got rid of that guy.
Oh yeah, Levi's guy is gone.
Yeah, JC's gone.
JC.
Yeah.
But what's funny is you go by the Gibson garage and all their shirts.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Still Levi's.
Well, they're Imogene Willie,
Yeah.
which is a jeans brand.
Yeah.
And they're mighty fine, but they're nice. Morgan found a Gibson USA shirt and it was like cool retro, fits her perfect. And she went up to the counter and they like rang it up. And she was like, "Oh."
Here's a good one. I like this Herc Deluxe question here.
Is the Herc Deluxe being sent with your favorite stock setting? Is it true? I recently got it, and the knobs are not on 12 o'clock, so I thought it was weird.
We absolutely do not set anything at 12 o'clock when we pack it.
The knobs.
It's literally wherever it kind of ended up after testing.
Because usually, like when I pack stuff, I put everything at noon, but you put it in a bag, and you zip the bag closed. You put it in a box. The knobs
Jeff might. I do not. I leave it at wherever I tested it.
Oh, yeah. I usually will put them at noon.
Never.
Because I'm manic. But the stock setting is the internal setting. The clipping settings. That is the stock setting.
And that is set.
The knobs are wherever you want to put them.
Yeah, wherever you want, dog.
Jay. You put them wherever you want.
Yeah.
Is the Golden Fleece enclosure officially changing to a larger one? Or is that just the summer colorway? What about a fall Halloween colorway? Jeremy.
Yeah, that's just for this run.
We do the top mount Golden Fleece.
Occasionally.
That was something I did Blackout a number of years ago, and then we transitioned some stuff to it just for fun. And I love the top mount fleece. Oddly enough, it takes up the same width as a mini pedal, like left to right for the most part. But no, it's definitely not going to become a standard.
Yeah, people like minis too much.
Yeah, minis sell really well.
Minis do really well. So,
but there's going to be no shortage of colorways for the rest of the year. We got some stuff cooking.
We got lots of stuff
cooking. Did I eat all the cookies? Where's my wife?
What?
Did I eat all the Tate cookies? If not, where are they? Yes, I did. And the bag is in the garbage.
Wow. What are those?
Sorry.
What are those?
Sorry. There's those little thin, crispy cookies.
Sounds good.
Honey, I will get you some more cookies.
It sounds like you're going to the store on the way
Sounds
home,
like
dog.
Oh man, this is still like when the AC was on.
We're real behind here. Yes, you do, Stu.
Yeah, Stu.
Smell the tone, yes.
Smell it.
Yes, Basil.
Basil?
Yeah. Man, got a lot of...
What?
Hawktua. See, I told you.
Oh, Hawktua.
Hawktua. That's a bit right now.
Oh, man. Oh, my
Rosin
gosh.
cones. Zach.
What do I hate?
Oh, the
pink? Oh, this.
Yeah.
The
No,
fish.
you don't.
I don't hate it. I just hate
that.
that those things aren't in the line.
The Sparkling Burgundy LP Gathering Dust.
Sparkling Burgundy. Dead.
You sold that.
I traded it at Groons.
That's right.
Towards my Esquire.
That's right. Yeah.
So Chippy sold. Chippy's gone.
Chippy Sinclair.
Chippy's out of here.
Outdoor. Ooh.
Esquire is really great. Have we tried the Cheez-It Taco Bell
We
stuff?
did.
We got the
tostada one. It was great.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I think it would be better if it was like half that size. It was a lot.
Well, we split it and it was too much.
We were like,
it was like 3 ways. And we were like, it's just a big pile of meat on it.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah, yes.
Knobs over text drive me crazy. Yes. I like the Heritage headstock. I have no problem with it.
I don't like it.
I don't
No,
mind
personally. I don't hate it, but I'm
it. I
not.
think it looks good.
Maybe they're so good no one sells them.
That's
Shopify,
part of it. Shopify.
let's go!
Blind Bell Knob, yay. I can't-
40 watt. Here we go. 40 watt podcast.
What was it?
It says every guitarist within 200 miles is going to be at that show.
The Cardinal Black Show.
Yeah, so we
Absolutely.
should set something up. That would be
Yeah,
fun.
we should.
We'll sell wristbands for a meet and greet.
It is.
Let's make some money.
Wristband.
You got yeah.
Well, that'd be funny. Crying Wolf, Morgan. Man, we're so far behind.
I know.
That's where Morgan and I had our first kiss. It was
There you
like
go.
our I don't know, like our second date. Chris Buck collab. Yeah, maybe. I've talked to him.
Yeah, Chris has always had a lot of stuff on our board, and his board. So a lot of Chris Bucks on my board.
Little buck here, little buck there.
But yeah, yes.
Uh,
No. Are you guys stoned today? Zach always looks high.
I'm not.
No,
Not
and I'm
always high, maybe
I'm
a
always
little
starving, and I'm an idiot. So
There's that.
I act like this
Now we're caught
all
up.
day. A kissing booth?
Kind of. We were in a photo booth.
Oh my
Long time. It's a long time ago. It was like 10 years ago.
I wish I was stoned. That'd be great.
I mean, we could. There's a lot of paint in the back.
Fumes.
Jeff brought all his nitro like
Dude,
Stumac paint, so we just
fumes.
Charlie Day spray in a bag.
They forgot the ground beef. So you got a tostada one, and there was no ground beef on it.
We normally only eat Taco Bell at the Taco Bell because that's the best way to do it.
Yes. Mm.
You totally buy a Herculean just to get into a meet and greet. Man, that would be how jerky would that be of us? It's like
Just to
you
sell.
spend 200.
No, I was even
$70.
joking about wristbands. You know, the only thing I want is for at least like 10% of people that show up bring me snacks. That's the only thing I ask for.
When we did the Reverb CME event, was that last year?
It was August of last year.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh, it's crazy.
we had so many snacks.
We had so many people brought us snacks because we put out like on our newsletter and everything that we were gonna be there. We're like, hey, if you come, bring snacks. And we got so many snacks, and all the other pedal companies were like,
"What is going
Who
on?
are these guys?"
We were handing out snacks.
We were the heroes.
It was really nice of us.
We saved Belle's life from JHS. She needed an oatmeal cream pie, and we had some fresh ones. They were
Well,
like,
it was good that we had
straight.
snacks because the only drinks they had were those Celsius
Yeah,
and
Nick at Wonder was just like,
he was mainlining those. I don't think he realized how much.
oh, they had like 150 milligrams of caffeine,
And he
each
drank like
one.
5 of them in like 3 hours. That guy was flying.
Yeah, he
was
just
awesome.
hovering over the ground like
Oh,
David
God.
Blaine. Let's see.
What happens at the bell is consumed at the bell. Yeah,
That's
that's true.
The only okay, well this is interesting. Not a fan of Heritage headstocks. Only acceptable others than Gibson is Collings. I mean, the Collings headstock is great. It's a men's haircut. It's a coif.
Yes, it's a good headstock.
It's a great headstock.
Yeah.
But I think most headstocks fit the guitars. Like I like most headstocks. I think the James Tyler headstock is actually kind of cool.
I'm definitely a headstock apologizer or whatever. Like a true, I don't get all worked up on it because some people
Right.
get real like I can't buy that guitar because the headstock. I don't really care.
Oh, Jordan, he brought us the Ollipops for Steven.
Yay!
Thank you, Jordan. We needed that. The gut health.
Oh, that was good.
Because nothing else was doing us any favors.
Yes, we ate pretty well that weekend, didn't we? We had pizza that night for dinner. Oh, we had that barbecue.
Yeah.
Over the bar the night before.
Did we not? We didn't go have any really good food.
No, we didn't.
We're doing that on Monday because it's Matthew's birthday.
It is my birthday on Monday. Yeah.
He's gonna be 28 years old.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Christian, hey guys, got a Carmen Gia because you guys always talking so positive about it, and it's great. What Z would you guys get for the channel?
Carmen.
I want a Z-Rec again.
I want a Carmen because they have a master volume now.
They do have a master volume now, which
And I love it,
great.
but it's so loud.
very
the amp
loud.
is so loud.
It's just so raw and open and like unapologetic. But I think that's what makes Dr. Z's so good. And the thing you have to remember with Dr. Z, all his amp wattage rating is rated at clean before breakup. So 18 watts,
It's
clean.
It's so loud.
And it just gets more and more saturated. The Z-Rec is 30 watts, and I swear to God, it's like the loudest amp I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, I've played 100-watt Marshalls, and I'm like, I would rather stand in front of that than a Z-Rec.
Jeff's got his Maz 18, which is always here.
Love the Maz.
So the Maz is here for us anytime.
I do think it's better without reverb. Just me personally, I think it has more character.
Make sure it's got that NR in the list.
Yeah.
Get that NR.
But
well, there's so many good reverb options too. If you like the sound better.
Yeah,
well, you can. There's lots of ways to get that verb going.
Yeah, I think, like, as much as I fawn over Two Rock and I truly believe they're the best amps, period. But you know, these are well outside the reach of most people. But I think Dr. Z. There's no, if you want a nice handmade amp, they should be the first name you're looking at. If
Dr.
you're trying to be something under.
Like, I'm not
crazy
a fan of underrated and overrated normally, but Dr. Z is wildly underrated.
100%.
Wildly underrated.
And like, it's so crazy considering how long they have had a foothold in this industry. Because I mean, like the mid '90s, these really started. Like the first Carmen Gia.
Yeah, it might have been even earlier than that, like late '80s when he first started making stuff.
Yeah, because my Gia I had was like a '99, and it had been around for a long time.
I think it's probably because they go for they're not like they don't look bad by all means, but I don't think he's really going for a look. It's
very
like it's
utilitarian,
just very utilitarian, and so I think they get kind of overlooked. I think they've gotten better and better.
I agree.
Over the years.
That's what I was gonna say. I think
logos and fonts and everything have gotten better and better.
The current Z range is
we know
as great as
Jacob. If you want to hear some good Z sounds, go to Visual Guy.
Yes,
his YouTube. Lots of great Z tones.
Thanks, Stu. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Maz 18 with reverb is killer. The reason I like it without reverb is just it has more gain in the preamp, and so you can push it a little harder. And then most of the time they have effects loops, so you just throw a reverb in that. Or I always sat my Maxon Echo on it and just left it on, and it was just so good. It just like felt so good.
Everybody needs a Z.
Yeah,
I want another one.
I've had so many, and I regret selling every single one, except for the prescription extra strength. Holy cow!
I had a 6545. It had the KT45. It's like based on high watt.
Yeah,
that's the loudest thing I've ever heard. I think,
really loud.
As I say, like I would turn it all the way off, and then you go under it and you just blow. And that's how loud you could turn it up.
The Z-Rec I had the day I got it, I had a gig. I drove back from Nashville and then like drove to a gig that day, and we were sound checking, and as soon as it made noise, the guys were like, "It's good."
like what?
Like, it's not even breathing yet. Travis, which Two Rock model are my favorite?
Oh, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, the Bloomfield, the Vintage Lux. Honestly, if you're like trying to get into it or want to get into it, the Studio Signature.
I mean,
it's the most affordable.
It's
it's
under $4.
It is. You can find them used for a really good deal.
Yeah.
And just because it's affordable doesn't mean it's lesser. All the components are the same. Same hands are making it. It's just simpler.
And I think my guy Mark Hopkins is selling his studio sig right now. Yeah. So Mark Hopkins, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Go check out his Insta at Home with Mark. He's selling his right now.
Yeah.
But he has a Bloomfield too.
He does. He's got a lot of stuff.
He's got
even the Get Got Z. Oh, the Get Got Z. The what was that? The KT45? Is that what I had? The one that I got the bad Craigslist deal?
Yeah.
That one was I honestly I liked it, but it was very loud and like it didn't do enough different from like the PRS to make me to warrant keeping it. Phil 40 Watt Podcast selling his Studio Sig. Yeah, great.
Oh, look at this, Tommy Schleck. Pull this one up.
Bam!
What's up, gents? If Mythos could amp in a box competitively, got the Eastwood gig. I recommended him for the Eastwood gig.
Good.
Because Thomas emailed me seeing if we were hiring, and we're not, but I knew Eastwood was, so I forwarded him over to Mike.
Great.
That's awesome. That makes me feel good. Look at that. Awesome.
Good. Happy things for happy people. If we were going to do an amp in a box, what would it be?
Brown Deluxe?
Brown Deluxe? I was going to say Mark II C+.
I want Ride the Lightning.
Yeah. Well, that's,
Mark II C+ is puppets.
Yeah, it's puppets.
I want Mod and Marshall for Ride the Lightning and kill them all.
Mod and Marshall with the screamer in front of it. That's Ride the Lightning.
I think Ride the Lightning. I mean, I love Master of Puppets, but I prefer the Ride the Lightning guitar tone.
I do too.
You know, I know what they're going for on puppets, and it's an unbelievable tone. And I knew, but there's just something about that fight fire with fire, that chainsaw,
Yeah,
just incredible.
My favorite Metallica song is "Trapped Under Ice."
It is,
and it just I just love the sound. That "Ride the Lightning" is one of my favorite like high gain guitar records. Like, it's like, to me, it's my benchmark. It's like "Highway to Hell" is my rock and roll, like classic rock and roll. Humbucker into a Marshall. That is the benchmark. But for anything higher gain than that, it has to be as good as "Ride the Lightning." If it can't be as good as that, then get out of my way.
Yeah.
Because I'm leaving. Thoughts on Amp Nation? They're fine.
We're just two rock guys.
We're two rock guys, and like the disparity in like the build quality, like, you know, two rock are all eyelet board, handmade things, and you're paying for it because you're getting dudes who are building everything they can in California.
Yeah, dude. With
transformers and cabinets and stuff that are made in California. You know, so like there's you know, in Jurassic Park when Homeboy said "spared no expense," that's Eli. Except these amps aren't gonna break out and eat you.
Yeah.
But you know, the Amp Nation stuff, I think it's okay. I've never played one that made me go, wait. But almost every two rock,
I still think I still think the best reaction ever was Studio Signature, just how shocked we were.
The Studio
because it was in especially because it was in a location where it was like we're at NAMM,
everything was
on
against
the floor.
Us.
Everything should have been bad, and we plugged in. We're like, oh shoot, this thing sounds great. That's how I knew. I was like, I've never had that happen before, where you like, you know, such a unforgiving environment to make sure something sounds good. It's literally the worst place in the world on the NAMM floor, and we're borrowing an amp, and we're plugging it in, and we touch nothing, and just plug in a Silver Sky, and it sounded awesome.
Yeah, we were like,
an SE Silver Sky too.
Like this
sounds great. We're done.
I was like that amp even now, and it's so simple. It has a gain structure switch and everything else about it. It's just like the normal like bright. It's just the same. The bright mid bass switches. I play it all the time at home, and it doesn't matter if it's whisper quiet or as loud as I can
was just
get
blown
it.
away.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
If you're a pedal guy, the Studio Sig is perfect. But you know,
if you like
just
amp,
two rock guy.
Yeah, we're just two rock guys. You know, if you get one of those and you like it, great. Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
Oh man, Jacob, I've been listening to nothing but Metallica at the gym for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I want a Ouija board stunt guitar.
Absolutely.
Yes, you do. Man,
get it. You talk about this guitar constantly, by the way.
Oh,
jeez.
I mean, this guitar.
Whoa.
Whack. It's very pointy. I need a heavier pick. This guitar, hide this. The KH602. It like you can't even see it. It's so black.
It's none more black.
It is so. It's so good. The neck shape is pretty comfortable.
I like it.
It's a little thin, but
to be expected on a guitar like that.
But the Bone Breaker pickups sound
amazing. Bone Breaker.
You
know, it's a rad guitar. Play that through the Soldano, and you'll
You're done.
You're done. Galloping riffs. What's that? I don't know if you want to be compared to John Hammond. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Jamie Brown. No. I don't think so. I mean, like, I am friends with Eli and everything, but I've not played that many Amp Nation stuff. I've played the John Mayer clone and whatever that one that was at Guitars to Be Played was.
Yeah.
And I probably played another one. And they're fine. They're good. But I don't know. Like I've plugged into so many two rocks and we're immediately just like, how do I get this? And it and that happened before I was friends with Eli. That happened you know, way before that like relationship occurred.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course I'm going to have a bias for the stuff that I obviously love and respect, but I just think that people, they throw up Amp Nation as this like alternative to 2-Rock, and I don't see them in the same league.
There you go. But, you know, enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Get what you want. Favorite stunt guitar brand? Kind of Gibson. It's like Flying V's and Explorers and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
40 watt. Played a bunch of Amp Nation stuff at this point. He's had some. Had the Bombshell, sold it, and he's getting a TS1.
There you go.
So,
but you know, everybody like what you want to like.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has their preferences. It's not a bias; it's a preference. And you know what? It's a whole package. People might have a preference for Mythos.
I'm definitely biased a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, people might have a preference for Mythos because they like us so much.
Yeah.
Is that color the way the pedal sounds? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's like every factor's in there. But if you like Amplify Nation, go ahead. We get questions about it all the time.
Yeah.
Because we're a 2-Rock family. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and like the bias is just such an interesting thing. Not like, you know, voltage bias. But
oh, that's what you're talking about?
No,
I thought we were talking about the bias on the amp.
No. Because you know, it's such an innately human thing that you cannot escape. It doesn't matter how much you don't want to admit it. You are biased about something. It's part of being human. And I know this because I studied it.
You did.
But you play whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like,
yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like a lot of people will hold up things as a, look at this, it's so great. It's just as good as a this or that. And that's silly. Like, you know, getting a Heritage and wishing it were a Gibson. They're not the same thing.
No.
And like, if you want the thing you want, just go for that. Don't waste your time getting lesser things, like spending your money when you can just save and work really hard and get the one thing you want.
Yeah, and if you played both of them side by side and you like the Amplify Nation better, like, I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah.
That's fine. What I do argue with is the idea that you think that we only like the 2-Rocks better because we're friends with Eli.
No.
That's not true.
No.
We like them better because we think they sound better.
Yeah. And they sound really good.
There you go. So love what you love and have a great time.
Yeah. Love the one you're with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got? I like Friedman.
I like Friedman.
Yeah,
Friedman good.
That new Plexi. I want to try that.
Yeah, it's
Or
interesting.
was that Plex? Sorry.
Plex.
You got to drop the I. Don't want to get sued.
See, Plex is weird because like Metropolis had the Metroplex, so I wonder. I don't know. Trademarking things is weird. I need to follow up with our trademark attorney and see how that's.
Don't be telling people we got stuff.
No, for just Mythos.
All right.
Because it's like getting your mark is no small feat.
What else we got?
I think.
Oh yeah. Everybody check it out. Herculean was on that pedal show today.
It was.
They did a reverb extravaganza, and
Reverbathon,
and they used the Herculean for their drive tones. So check it out.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Darvin.
Mays. Okay, Brian May's pickups were burns. Okay, so they were trisonic sort of pickup. Well, I guess that's kind of it.
Yeah. Anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so. So it's Friday. I'm doing the AMA stuff. I'll try to answer as many of those as I can.
Do we have any Choops left, or are they all gone?
We have 3 Loch Ness Chupacabras left.
Okay, so you want to get in there?
We will not do this color again on a special run. We love it, so it might show up on a model eventually.
I think it will. We like it that much.
But on the Chup or the Fates or whatever, it will not. There won't be any more after these. So, but there's just Chups available, so I don't even know what I said. Anything other than that, I have mine.
Yes,
and that's
yes,
it.
Yes.
And then
look out for all kinds of cool stuff.
Lots of cool
Good
stuff.
videos.
Leave us a comment on Instagram on what you think the recent post was.
Yeah.
And what's for lunch?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always threaten to get something really bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get Burger King drive-through or Arby's or something, and then I'm like, I'll just drive home and get make a sad sandwich.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Appreciate
Like, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Guitar.